Okay, guys. What is up? Yeah. Um, Happy Saturday. It's a beautiful day. On Saturday, and today we are going to be. That is very sketchy. Anyway, yes, we're gonna be working on my map here. So, yeah, let's get started with that. Anyway, this is obviously a map for Spintire's Mudrunner. Oh, it's Till Monster. Wow, I haven't seen you in a while. What's going on? So, I guess we'll start with some mud. So, yeah, let's go ahead and grab some of this mud. Let's make some potholes on this road. That might be a little too deep. Ho, that is a serious pothole. Yeah, let's take a little bit off of that. There we go. Okay, yeah, we're gonna deepen all of these potholes because they just are not that deep right now. So, obviously the point, that... Oh, can you have a shout out? Absolutely. Here's a shout out to Till Monster Gaming. Anyway, let's deepen these potholes good and deep so they give us a nice bump when we hit them. And let's see here, there we go. Get that a little deeper. Make one there. So we actually have to update it, and now it'll show all our potholes. And wow, that is a deep pothole. Those are pretty deep. But we will keep going. Anyway, what we're gonna do now is I'm working on this river, as you can see. So let's go ahead and we're gonna put a broken bridge here. Oh, it's Wally in the derp. What's going on, Wally? So we're gonna put in this guy. Let's just bring this up a little bit. Perfect. Okay, so we're gonna kind of shove this into the hill, and this is gonna be one of the supports for the bridge. And of course we will make this water so it kind of goes around it. Anyway, let's duplicate that, and we will put another one over here. We'll spin it this way though, so it doesn't look the same. Wow, a lot of people. Greed of God, sup Gyro? Not too much. Just chilling. Anyway, so yeah, we'll pull this out a little more, I think. That should be good. Okay, so now we're gonna add another model. We're gonna add the small wooden bridge, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna scale this way down, and yeah, that looks about right. And we're gonna throw this over here along with another one. So just get that. Actually, here, let's move this out this way about. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, let's go ahead and duplicate this guy, and we will throw another one just like that. We can actually move these back a little bit, I think. There we go. Nice. Okay. So, now let's duplicate this guy. Whoop, not that one. There we go. And throw this one over here. And then duplicate that one more time. And get one here. So this is kind of like a, you know, a bridge with like two almost lanes, I guess. What should I use for an intro maker? Honestly, don't use the intro makers. They look bad. That's my professional opinion. I just use some sound and my logo. That's all I use. I'm sure you've seen it before. Anyway, let's rebuild the terrain, which I will have to do quite often. And this is when I will check the comments. And it'll do that, so don't mind that. Yeah, okay, so let's get rid of, there's a little bit of, I want to get rid of some of this. And that grass will go away. Yep, there we go. So basically you just have to rebuild the terrain once in a while. Okay, so we're going to duplicate this guy one more time, or two more times actually. And then we're going to put, this is going to be a broken bridge, so we're going to put this like this, I guess. And let's see here. We want to make it so it doesn't look, so it looks like it actually could have happened. That's getting closer. Ooh, yeah, okay, that's pretty nice. Let's bring it this way and up a little bit, just so it kind of just barely scratches the surface there. Okay, and then let's duplicate this guy, and we will throw another one under here, but we're gonna put it like this way, and then we're gonna put a bunch of like pieces of crap and stuff. How's that look, guys? Yeah, by the way, ask me your questions, tell me what you think of my map. All those things are included in the streaming membership with Gyro Simulation. That'd be funny if I had a membership. That looks good. Something like that. Or maybe we should flip this guy. Yeah, let's flip it. Oops. Stay there. That looks pretty good. Okay, and then let's just add a model of some sort. What should we add, guys? We could add a, how about some wooden fence? We'll add just to be like pieces of debris, you know what I'm saying? Okay, spin that around. There we go. Actually, here, let's put it back this way. And put it like that. Perfect. Okay, now for the water, we want to go to speed. And let's make this guy a little smaller. And we want to put this all the way to the top. We want to get this section going really fast. So this is like our main channel of water. Actually, here. Let's go ahead and take away some over here. Okay. So, get all this nice and filled in, and then we want to make some dead zones around here where it hits this stuff. So there we go. That looks excellent. See, look, the water is funneling into this gap here, which is pretty neat. I mean, look at that water. That's such awesome water. This game is sick. Anyway, we might still do some. I mean, that looks a little weird, doesn't it? We might still do some things with that. So let's go ahead and get ourselves a nice wide brush, and we'll put the speed at about 55, I think. Actually, here, first let's zero it out, and we'll zero it out from about here out. Okay, and now we can go ahead and set it to about 55 again. That'll work. And we just want to make this whole thing slightly moving, but hardly at all. And then for foam, let's go ahead and make this even less and just add a little bit of foam here and there. Okay. Yes, that looks better. I mean, that's a little weird foam, but we can do that later. So, this bridge is pretty much good, I'd say. It looks like a bridge that's been taken out. So, let's add some road now, which for that, we go to overlays. So we will add an overlay. We just want to go asphalt road. Let's bring this guy over here and this guy over here. So if we just put that in, okay, that's a little interesting, but we will add after, okay, perfect. So we just need to bring this guy, well, we gotta sculpt this terrain to make it a little trickier, because right now getting up to our log station over here is not that hard. So let's we want to go to distributions, and we want to erase some of this stuff. Intro maker, just, I would say, I think I already answered, but basically just your logo, just make a good logo and use that pretty much. Okay, so we're gonna make a road that goes right up here. Then we gotta get all this done. Okay, so let's go ahead and render that terrain. Oh dear, it's frozen. Oh, it's doing it for us. Yeah, so you can make your own. Oh dear. Oh, it's saved. Saved. Wow, it actually hasn't crashed before, so I'm surprised it crashed. I hope it saved that all, though. It said it saved it, but who knows, you know. Right. Crystal Hills is the name of our... Oh, no, it didn't. Damn it. Ugh. That really sucks. Okay. Well, we're gonna have to do this again. Oh well. Alright. Let's start with the big rock. And we had this one something like this. Perfect. Okay. And it'll be really fast this time, at least, because we know what we're doing. I think you're gonna come out a little more, buddy. There we go. Okay. We will add in our bridge. So let's scale this down first of all. Oh, scaled it up to about that size. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. Let's lower this guy in to the death chamber. Not quite. You're right about there. Okay. Hello? What? Why did it... Oh. Delete. Duplicate. There we go. Oopsies. That's not what I wanted to do. Let's get that back to normal. Okay. Duplicate. Duplicate. And, yeah, it's rather strange. This game doesn't actually have a, like, undo button. You know, usually you can hit, like, Control Z and undo, but it doesn't seem to have a, undo feature. Unless I'm missing something. Which I could be. So, don't take my word completely for it. Okay, there we go. I think we need to raise these up a little bit so they're out of that rock, and turn them a little bit that way as well. Get them so they're actually at least semi-lined up with the bridge over there. Okay. That look good? Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, now for the good parts. We get to put in our broken one. So, tip it about like, whoopsies. Like that. And let's go ahead and bring this guy over here. And get it tipped up sort of into there. How does that look? Actually, not half bad. Let's try that. Boom. Okay, cool. So, let's duplicate this guy and put another one here, like so. You could have this one like totally sunken in. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And then, actually, let's just roll this guy over. Okay, that looks good. Now we'll just real quick do the water again. So, speed. Set it to about that. And now we actually have a much bigger area to work with. So, that should be good. Let's go ahead and make this all very fast. But then make this stuff not very fast. Put a little dot right there. Cool. And maybe a little bit here. So, and then let's just make sure this is... Okay, let's see how that looks. Oh, excellent. Excellent. Sort of stopping a little bit at the bridge, but not really stopping. And, let's put some foam right here and right here. But then let's take a little bit of, oopsies. I don't know, we'll see how that looks. Okay. Oh, yeah, okay, that does not look good. Foam. That doesn't really look natural, does it? Okay. Just put a little bit in over here. Yeah, they almost look like shadows now. And then what we want to do is we want to make these no foam zones, because, or very little foam zones. Because there would not be foam here. Alright, we'll see how that looks. Yeah, that looks good. And then we gotta deal with some foam problems here too. Let's just go ahead and make this big. Just erase all the foam around here. And let's restart. So we just want to bring the foam where it should be, but not where it shouldn't. So we want definitely a lot over here, and you might want to turn the foam on. Let's oh dear, that was not what I wanted to do. There we go. Okay, let's just quiet this guy down a little bit. Save the game. Good idea. Okay, so we'll make this increasingly lower. We gotta kind of fade it out here. Let's see if that works at all. We need a little less here. So let's... kind of a hole in there. We could put a rock in there maybe. Prevent people from... Yeah, let's put a rock in there. So... that actually doesn't look half bad. Let's move it over this way a little bit. Okay. Hopefully you guys can see all okay. It's only in 720p, but Oh yeah, it doesn't look half bad. Okay, so obviously we have all this green space that we're going to have to deal with. So let's go ahead and save, and let's rebuild the terrain real quick, which basically just updates everything, and it'll do this. It's only crashed once, and that was earlier, so I didn't try to update, or I didn't try to rebuild the terrain, so I really hope it doesn't crash again, because that would suck. There we go. Yeah. So, oh wait, did it save? It saved this, which we did last time. What the heck? Okay. Well, regardless, this little secret trail is gonna be the actual way up, and first thing we gotta do is go into distributions, and I've already prepared a distribution, so we want to just cover this place in our distribution of forest plants, which basically means you choose what you want in your forest and then you place them down. Let's save, rebuild terrain, so now it won't look so standy-outy. Dun 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 dun. Excuse me. There we go. Okay, yeah, so now it's a nice merged forest, and we might actually add some more here. It seems like, oh, it's just a hill. Well, whatever. Now we will go to, we're gonna go to materials. We're gonna go to this, and we are going to make ourselves a little road. So we'll make it about 4.3 wide, and the terrain will change, obviously, because that's kind of ridiculous terrain there. We're just going to sketch out our road here. We can make some adjustments later. And we are drawing on dirt right now, as purple as it may look. So, trust in the purple, I guess. And then we got to make this steeper, too, because it's not that steep. I wish I'd made my map a little bigger to start with, but I didn't, so. Anyway, we will come through here and make a little loop kind of thing. We can do more with that later. We're not going to mess around with it too much. We will, however, get these guys lined up. So, yeah, we'll put that there. And the log station, we will put right over here. And it doesn't matter that they're in the ground, by the way. Okay, so, right, we will decorate this all later. But right now we just need to kind of get this road terrain worked out. So, we will start with flatten and just see how far we can get with that. We want to put this value all the way up. Oh wow, yeah, that works well. So let's, we can, ooh, I don't know if we want to go that far, but, let's just bring this down a little bit. Okay, let's see how that looks. It's a little wide. Very wide. So maybe we'll have to take a little off. Oh, at least over here. We want this. And then let's add a little more. We don't need to take off that much. There we go. Yeah, that looks good enough. So this obviously is not really going to be used because unless you like go through the lake, which I've tried to make pretty difficult. There's a lot of mud down here. And it's pretty deep. Then you will find yourself with a problem. You're going to have to go around. But we're still going to put this road here because, you know, in case you do find your way around, we want that to be an option. So, let's let that, oh, nice. And we want to do some more over here. Got to get all of this good and well. Sounds almost like a product. Good and well. Good for you. Well for your aunt or something. I don't know. Let's just make sure that doesn't overlap. We can get this closer up to the road. I mean, right now it's very wide. But we will get that closer up to the road. Anyway, let's go ahead and rebuild the terrain real quick so we get all of this good. And in this amount of time, it is a good time to read the comment section. So if you have any questions or comments, sorry, my headphone cable is under my chair, which is very annoying. Okay, we're all finished up on the terrain rebuilding, so we can check it out, just this little section. So we got a tree here, which we can take off with this. Let's just erase a little bit there. And I also noticed that over here, we may want to extend the dirt just a little bit because there's grass growing here. Okay, cool. And let's also get this. In fact, we might as well get this whole road, but we don't have to do that right now. Let's let that. Oh yeah, that looks beautiful. Beautiful. Ooh, we have to lower this a little bit. It looks like. Even though people aren't going to drive over it, it's still got to look like they would. And we're gonna just rebuild the terrain real quick here again. I know it may be annoying and it takes a long time, but it's got to be done. Anyway, I'm gonna bring up my task manager so we can see our CPU usage, and that's 100%. Well, it was CPU usage. Obviously, the streaming is using a little bit, so yeah, what is it using now? Very little GPU usage. I'm surprised by that. Because you'd think all of this stuff, I mean, it does have to render it still, would take a lot of GPU usage. But I guess it doesn't. Anyway, that put aside, let's see, did it fix our bridge over here? Oh no, it didn't. Didn't seem to do that well. Let's go ahead and flatten. Then we want to add a little bit, just a little bit. Okay, and then we can go ahead and flatten again. That should be perfect. Yes, that is perfect. Okay, and oh, we seem to have glitched into the rock now, so we're gonna have to lift this up. Alright, wait, no. No, come back. Don't do that. I actually decided, no, we're not going to do that. Because we should just lower the rock. Perfect. Alright. So I think this area is complete. We'll save that just to be sure. Anyway, yeah, this looks all good for the most part. And maybe we should get this rock. Ooh, that looked terrible. Oh, I hear my dog. I might have to get him, let him inside. So, I might have to be right back, guys. Alright, well, enjoy the, actually, that rock is kind of low res. Why don't we enjoy the bridge? I will be right back. If anyone's like, oh, where's he gone? Just let them know. Big Shaq is coming back. I'm back. Hello. I am back, and we're ready to continue doing whatever we're doing. I'm kind of out of breath. Okay. Yes, we were working on this road. So that looks pretty good up until here. We're gonna mud it later, like get all the mud installed. Anyway, let's flatten this section out. Bring this to about, well, we should probably do about 4 meters. I think that's meters. I don't know what unit it is in. This is incredibly good for making roads, though, this tool. I don't know. I mean, I gotta say, this editor in general is insanely good compared to other ones. I've used Giants editor for Farming Simulator, ton of editors, and this one is by far, I mean, it's really easy for me. I mean, it may not be the easiest thing for the average person, but this is where I would start. Like, if I could start anywhere with modding, this is the editor I would start with. Because this is just really easy for me. Anyway, so that is a nice bumpy hill. That looks good. And this turn, yeah, that looks good as well. So that section of the road, I think, is complete. Let's go ahead and slap some foliage on here. Oopsies. Yeah, we want to do density. Okay, so this is going to be close, so we'll probably have to erase a couple, but that's fine. So let's just sort of trace the road here. There we go. We don't want to get too close because, like I said, then we'll have to erase a lot just because trees stick out and stuff like that. Okay. There we go. Let's see how that looks. Good? Okay. Yeah, that looks good enough. Once we actually fully rebuild it, it should look a little better too. Anyway, let's get back to this. So, color that all in. This is like a coloring book. A little bit. Oh, oopsies. We're gonna have Oh, no, no, no. There we go. Okay. Perfect. That's looking good. It's very meticulous. So we want to make sure that they can't really see this through here. So, and well, actually no, we're gonna probably put logs there. Okay. Right. Put this back to 100. Let's get this side of the road. There we go. Nice. Nice and easy. Good. Good. Cool. Okay. Let's just color the rest of this corner. And I think we got this part of the road pretty good. Okay. Yep. All right. Let's rebuild the terrain real quick. There we go. And wait for it to do this whole thing. And then I think pretty soon here we're going to test this, so stick around for the testing section. Building terrain. There we go. Oh yeah, that looks a lot better. Yeah, so these woods, I'd say, are plenty dense enough to prevent trucks from easily going through there, at least. So we will continue with this. We'll try and finish this up pretty quick, because you don't really want to do too much of the same thing. Alright. Oopsies. There we go. And where else do we need some? There. Okay. Last spot we need to put some is along the river. We're just gonna finish off all the trees here. So let's get these filled in. All of that good stuff. Oh, and that's fine. Looks like just over here, actually. The navigation in this editor is a little weird, but it's fine. Okay, let's see how that looks, and we're gonna just put some buildings up here, and then we're gonna test it in the game. So let's just finish this up real quick. Just stick with me here. Flatten, yep. So let's flatten this out, because that's kind of ridiculous, isn't it? And okay, that's fair enough. And then let's get some logs. We will grab this big stack of loggage. Looks good. Alright, and then we'll grab like a building to put up here. I don't know, what should we put as our building? How about a a this one. And let's just color this in with our friend Dirt. Oh boy, it's a little big. That's a little small. There we go. There we go. That looks nice. Okay. Nice. Keep saying that. Let's just real quick do the log kiosk as well. And that'll do, I think. Let's duplicate this. And, oopsies. Not do that. Let's get this all lined up with our terrain. Not in the ground like that. There we go, buddy. Oh boy. I think this guy needs to turn sideways. Alright, that's good enough. Time to test it. So the way we do that, first we need to rebuild the terrain here. Get that all up to date. And then we're going to save it. And I'll show you exactly how to get your thingamajigger into the game. So, just stick with me. We're going to test it. It will be very fun. Guess I'll get ready. So now we just want to save it up here. Make sure that fully saves. And then we can go ahead and open up a file explorer. And we want to go to this is where we want to go here. So we want to go to levels. And all we really need right now are these two. So we'll copy those. And then we want to open up this guy. Open in a new window. Actually, we don't want to open that. We want to open something. This guy. Okay. So, yep, we want to drag this guy into, or actually don't drag, paste into here. This is just my folder that I keep my map in, and my stuff is in here. You don't really need to worry about these. I already have them in my game because I don't use any external textures or anything. So that's all good. So all we need to do is we can just go ahead and drag this into the media. Replace the files in the destination. We're good to go, folks. So we will minimize those and open up MudRunner. While we wait to open it up, I will get my steering wheel out. Ugh. And now we are ready for testing. Yeah, sorry about the noise here. Just setting up my steering wheel. Nothing to see here. Or here, I guess. Nothing to hear here. That's a double here. Ah. Oh. It updated. It would appear so, at least. Okay. Here, I gotta get everything fixed up. And we're gonna go ahead and exit out. Because we need to get everything set up. So, we will go single player. Crystal Hills, that looks good. And then let's choose our trucks. I only have 2 trucks set up right now. I can set up more for sure, but I just haven't really gotten around to it. We're gonna get the gray version of this guy. And we're gonna grab my favorite truck, this one. Okay, what is taking up all our CPUs? I don't know. Okay, so oh, what is that? Let's take a look and see what is causing the slowdown. It could be this. Yeah, okay, we'll save this just one more time. We'll exit it, see if that helps. Why are you being so bloody framey? Huh? Here, I'll put this over here so I can see it while we're actually in the game. It's not making full use of our GPU, it doesn't look like. I'd say, folks, that we need to restart this game. There we go. Let's see if that helps. I don't know why I was doing that. Hi, what's going on, Wally? Ooh, what on earth is that? Why are you so laggy? Huh? Maybe it's loading the map in? I don't know. The cloaking seems to be working, which is good. So, okay, we will, oh my god, what is that? Huh. See, we're having some serious frame rate problems here. I don't know why. I haven't had any frame rate problems on this map, so pretty much just gonna have to go investigate, I guess. I don't... Ooh, that is not okay at all. I don't know what the deal is. I mean, you can see for yourself, we're not... It was like hardly using anything. Huh. Settings. Okay. What the heck? I'm very sorry about this, folks. Here, let me, XOC. Let's see, we're gonna do a little bit of checking around. So we just gotta wait for that boot up. There we go. Hey, XOC, why the heck is the GPU not working? I mean, it was working fine last night, so, I'm left without an explanation. Our memory clock is good, our GPU clock is fine. You can see right here, everything checks out. The fans are spinning, it's not overheating or anything. What the heck is going on? I mean, like, that all makes sense. You guys got any ideas? Because I sure as hell don't. Alright, well, we're gonna try this. Here, let's try a different map real quick and see if that helps. Ooh, it's still going on. So, something is wrong. I don't know what that is. Huh. I mean, you got plenty of CPU and GPU to work with, game. I don't know. I mean, I've done this before, too. Like, a couple of nights ago, I was streaming. Spin tires. It is... Here, why don't we try launching it directly from Steam? Just in case. So... Library. Oh, it's working now. Okay. Well, that sucked. Yeah. It's working perfectly fine now. Okay. We are going to attach this trailer up, and we're gonna give this guy a test drive. So, oh boy. We're gonna keep it out of all-wheel drive for right now, and we're just gonna plunge in here into the mud, which doesn't seem to be affecting us much. This water, you may be noticing, don't worry about it, I'll fix it later. Anyway, let's try this mud out. Is that mud any good? Yeah, so we need a little more mud, for sure. Oh, we're a little stuck. Oh dear, we're very stuck. We might even have to drop this trailer. We're okay for now, but... Wow, it's actually kind of tricky. Alright, cool. So let's get moving here. Reza Hosseini? Reza Hosseini? Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name, but how's it going? Right now we are testing out my new map that I'm working on for spin tires. Yeah, that's what we're doing. And here we go into a bit of a mud pit. Yeah, we're gonna have to drop this trailer, I think, because it's not going to work on these roads, which is good, because it's not supposed to. Anyway, we can do a little bit of in-cab driving here over the potholes there, major potholes. So how will we do in here? It's pretty shallow. Yeah, we're doing fine in rear-wheel drive, which is, again, to be expected. All well and good. The rocks are interesting. Okay, so the rocks seem to be like something to watch out for, because they have caused the most problems of anything yet. It's a nice tricky turn there. Okay, now we get to the river. I've tried to make this fairly muddy, but I don't know if it's going to be muddy enough. Seems like, oh yeah, okay. That's actually perfect right there. If we put it in four-wheel drive, we can get out. Yeah, so I mean, we could probably still make that a little muddier, I think, but no, it's not too bad. Anyway, we'll go around this corner. Yeah, I like this corner. It's kind of a cool corner, and I put that cliff face there, which is a sort of an add-on thing. Anyway, now we get onto some flatter road. I'm now noticing this road is very kind of boring, you know? It needs a little more slope to it, or something interesting. It kind of looks like paved road almost, except this is the paved road. Paved mode. The paved stuff is more interesting, apparently. Anyway, we are getting a little closer to our destination, and once again, this road here is going to be, this little driveway looking thing is going to be the road that you're going to want to take. So that is going to be where we will be going, but obviously this is a test run of the map, so we're all good. Anyway, the block post opens because we don't have any lumber, and it doesn't even matter that we don't have any lumber, because this road doesn't take us anywhere that we need to be. But people playing it for the first time won't know that, so. And there actually is a secret way to use this road for good. Because, but I'm not going to reveal that right now. Just in case you want to play this at some point on your own. You'll probably see it later anyway. Probably going to be the next thing I work on. Anyway, we got some nice stuff in the road, perfectly positioned. Not much trouble for this guy, but just kind of a scenery thing almost. Good. Okay, here's the corner, and this is a little bit of a tricky corner. And people are going to be like, oh, it's the... Oh, shoot. The bridge is out. Snap. So, you know, maybe they'll think, well, I can cross it. And then they'll realize that they can't cross it. So, they'll back up. Probably in four-wheel drive. And they'll say, well, you thought you could get me with that. Watch this. Oh, that actually looks really nice over there. Watch this. I'm gonna take this by storm. Savage level 1000%. Oh shoot. It's a steep bank. Oh no. Even with my insane superhuman truck, I can't get up it. Yeah, by the way, this truck is like ridiculously awesome. So a normal truck would not even get through the river there. This guy's obviously really tall. And seems to have air intakes like on a pole on top of its roof. Anyway, yeah, so this should get, no one's going to be able to get through here with a normal truck. Maybe with a mod, but with one of the in-game trucks or a more realistic truck. You know, honestly, I don't really care. It's just sort of a little thing to mess around with the user. Anyway, now, actually, if you're watching this, I'm going to show you something very special. So we're going to switch up to this guy. We're going to get a bull bar and a mechanic and a roof rack, snorkel, whole 9 yards. Okay, I'll start this guy up and get it moving. By the way, this is by the same author as the big Mercedes down there. I believe. Yes, it is. So this is our little off-road trail back here. Now, it's a little wide right now. I need to narrow it a little bit. But it's kind of a fun little trail back here. You can just drive around it. See it? Yeah, it's very wide there. And I think we're going to add some more ruts as well in general. But you end up coming down here, killing that little tree. Sorry, tree. And, oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Sort of coast down this hill. We still aren't even in four-wheel drive or diff lock. But for a little vehicle like this is a piece of cake. But for a larger truck, this is a really good shortcut, but it's a very difficult thing to actually manage to do. So yeah, the trail pretty much goes over here. It's not finished yet, so you can see it kind of ended right there. But we'll keep going a little bit. The road is just over this way. And we can actually get on it if we so choose. There we are. And why don't we, as a final little treat, just launch ourselves off that bridge. Oh boy. Oh no. I've fallen and I can't get up. join the aerox in here. Ooh. And, we're actually doing okay. We're floating. What? Wait a minute. The snorkel's out. Why are we taking damage? Why are we taking damage? Tell me now. I wonder if we're actually floating, because it is pretty deep here. Let's go ahead and stop the engine, so we don't have to worry about killing it. Yeah, we are definitely floating, which is kind of cool, actually. Because, I've never floated in this game. I mean, generally, you're driving an enormous Russian truck, so it kind of makes sense that you wouldn't be floating. But, yeah, that's interesting. So we've kind of, ended up in the middle of the lake. Anyway, now it is time to continue the work. So we will exit, and we will do that later. Now, boot up the editor. Sweet. Okay, there we go. Alright, we want to open up Crystal Hills, which is what I'm calling it. I don't really know why I'm calling it that, but I just kind of like the name. We did forget to do this, but we couldn't have really, because there was no way to get over there. Anyway, let's start with this little path. So we want to go ahead and we're going to make it a little bit secretive, because we don't want this to be what you do on your first try. So let's go ahead and just get our internal eraser going. So this is going to be the way up to here. So this is how we're going to make this map a little bit trickier. We need to rebuild the terrain now. Updating plans, finishing block plans, using legitness powers, creating light maps, updating plants grass, so it basically has to make sure all the grass is on the ground, and now it's updating like trees and rocks and all those things. Cool. That was actually really nice and fast. Alright, so we have a pretty narrow trail to work with here, but that's no problem for us. We will get her done. So let's go ahead and cut a hole in this hill. We want to kind of go at it like this, so we're not gaining too much altitude. That's good enough. And let's see here. Come on. Make a hole in yourself already. Okay, we'll let that update real quick. I think that's totally drivable, actually, so we will just take a little bit off here, just, you know, because if you're trying to get a tractor trailer through here, that might be a little difficult. Anyway, now we move on over here, and this is where it's going to get really tricky. So we gotta sort of flatten this out a little bit, just because it is obviously very steep. Let's see how much that does. Honestly, I'm not too ready for some impressive road, but there we go. I can definitely see it, you know, kind of indented there. Okay, And I think we're going to have to remove a few more trees here because, well, yeah. So let's go to distributions, and oopsies, not that. Let's go ahead and erase some of this so we can get it nice and flush, I guess, with our road. We came up here, didn't we? Okay, we will rebuild the terrain real quick. Any questions, comments, ponders about life itself? I mean, honestly, if you got something to ask, anything to ask, ask away. Because I'm a little bored. My back hurts a little. Because I'm sitting in my chair. And my chair isn't a reclining... I mean, not that I could really recline while doing this, but... yeah, I don't know. I'm going to leave it there. Yep, so we want to keep going on this. It's not quite flat enough yet. That looks really pretty good. I mean, we don't want to make it too easy, too. So, it's a little sketchy, but that should work, I think. Okay, so now the way we're going to mark this is with mud. So we go to mud, and we're going to use, obviously, not a enormous gargantuan brush. We're going to use a very small one, so we can be more like tire tracks, basically. So, yeah, we can make it a little bigger than that. And we're going to make this some pretty deep mud. So we'll put this at
actually there's a ton in the excavator.
At 60. Okay.
Well, I find that they recharge really well on their own.
Perfect. Okay. So let's get these guys
Yeah, I think
spread it. Oh yeah, that looks good.
Like they burn
Beautiful.
off a part and then they spread it back
Okay.
out and then they burn off and spread it back out. I don't know, for the radio.
Right.
You can just keep using them.
I keep using them over and over again.
I mean, eventually you have.
We want to make this sort of like almost an ATV trail, so
If that was true, then
it shouldn't
I
be
think that's
that
different,
wide.
like a radio
It's
or a motor. A motor's
I mean,
probably
obviously,
burn
at some point you're gonna have
the
to
energy more
drive
than the
like a
radio does, but-
big old truck on it, but we still want it to be more like an ATV trail, because that is what we're going for. This is a little bit of a tippy, sketchy section here, so I guess we'll just try that, see how that looks. Oh yeah. Okay. We'll go up the hill here. And, yeah, they're gonna be a little worried at this point about falling off, but too bad you decided to play this map. So, hopefully you don't die. Anyway, let's make some mud scars that go this way and this way. And let's see how that looks. Okay, decent. But we need to add some more mud tracks things. So we kind of hope that the person sees this at some point and they figure, I wonder where that goes. You know, over here, obviously. And they think, well, you know what? We're going to take the old Sendy Twin on a little quest and see where that sketchy little trail goes. And then they find themselves at this situation, but they see that they're heading towards the lumber mill, and that's all that will matter. So, it should go for it. Okay. Oh yeah. That looks nice. Okay. And then this trail over here, we need to do a little bit of work on. Because it does look nice, but it needs to have a few more tire tracks on it. So, you know, it's not just one set of wheels that's gone through here. It's like 10, you know. So we're just going to do a quick outline from up here. And, okay, yeah, that looks good. Again, this is like a skinny little 4x4 trail. So, we may need to get rid of that tree, don't you think? Let's rebuild the terrain real quick, and that tree should get out of our way. Alright. Wait for it to do all that and get out of this weird full screen resolution it goes into. There we go. Okay. Alright, now we're going to make some slightly deeper ruts. So these are going to be like kicker ruts that you don't want to get in these ruts. You don't want to mess with my ruts. They'll mess you up. Probably will. Yeah, so we want this to be some pretty deep mud, really. So just bring this all through the woods here, and we can finish this up later. Oh yeah, that's nice. Ooh, that entrance is a little weird. Let's get this stuff out of the way. Wait, I don't even know where the trail goes now. Alright, rebuild the terrain real quick. Perfect. Oh yeah, okay, that's doable. We might need to add a little more though, so let's just get this nice and keep it nice and tight for all those enormous tractor trailers that are gonna come through there. Okay, that looks good. We'll rebuild the terrain one more time, then we should be good to go. Anyway, I think I'm going to wrap up the stream there because there's only one person watching, so I will stream again when we have this map fully done, and check it out.